Y'all, please pay attention and listen to this. It is so important and something that I've been seeing a lot.
I've said this before and I've gotten in trouble for saying this, but I don't care. Is I think a lot of our drive towards the idolatry, whether it's like prophets and apostles, especially prophets, anybody with that name, especially black people,
We get
we
excited.
exalt them, right? And but part of that too is, as part of that idolatry, is our laziness to not have an intimacy with Jesus for ourselves. So it's like you don't want to put in the time to walk with the Lord to get a word for yourself. You don't want to read the scriptures for yourself. So you bypass that to run to the prophet, hoping that you get a word. And so you start depending on the word of the prophets, because you feel like you don't want to spend the time necessary. Some of that is our ineptness to not go to the word and God for himself and prayer for himself, that we feel so dependent upon the quote unquote prophets and all these people, even myself, pastors and whoever. And some of that idolatry comes from our laziness to not have a relationship with God for ourselves. Does that make sense? So we build these calves of sorts because that's the easier way to have worship instead of going to God and spending time with ourselves.
Yeah, and I also think that
People are so quick to run to a prophet, to run to these men and women of God to receive a word, not knowing that the word that they are giving them, they can receive that for themselves. A prophet is not the bridge between man and God. You don't need somebody to lay hands on you for you to be delivered and experience God for yourself. And I know this is where many are going wrong and being deceived, going everywhere else but to the source.